So how do you protect against only having one scholarship quarterback possibly, but also that a mobile guy likes to run?
You gotta let the guy go play. You know what I mean? And like I said, we choose not to think about, or not to think about, but you can't play scared of getting someone hurt. And obviously, you don't want to put unnecessary hits on him, but you also can't handcuff the kid. I mean, he's got to go play his game, and because like I've always said, to give yourself the best chance to be successful, you got to go be yourself. You know what I mean? And so it's not like we can say, hey, if you feel like scrambling, don't scramble. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not who he is. And so he's got to go play and do everything he can to be successful. And we need him to stay healthy. So that's the situation it is. But he's got to go be himself and attack like he always would.
When you saw
I know Brandon Purdue hasn't been in your room for long. What's your impression of him?
Purdue's always said he's run scout team quarterback for a long time, so he's gotten throwing reps. But obviously, again, if Fink were to go down, you got to have a plan. It's just not an ideal situation.
How extensive is the package that Purdue can run?
Probably not really extensive. I like I said, we'll figure it out. We plan on playing Fink, and again, if something happens, now you're in a scramble situation, and you got to make the best of what you got.
Clay mentioned having Vaughns do some stuff back there too.
Tyler's a great athlete, and he can throw a football, so we've given him snaps, and I'd put Almanor back there. I mean, there's lots of things. I think you got to get creative in that situation, but like I said, Tyler got to take a couple reps a day just to be back there. Again, if you get to that situation, you just got to get creative and try to figure out a way to move football.
Is that something you have to spend time this week really thinking about? I mean,
I spend most of my time trying to figure out how to win with Fink. But again, you're going to spend a little bit of time figuring that out. But we got a quarterback that we think can go win a football game, and we are going to plan for him to go do that. If something else happens, again, you're being creative and figure something out on the fly.
What stood out on film when you went back and watched that maybe you didn't see live?
What's that?
What stood out on film about Fink when you went back and watched?
Yeah, I mean, I think that coming off the field, you had a pretty good impression of what he did. He went out there, he brought energy to the unit. The guys did a good job rallying around him. I thought we made a lot of plays. He was aggressive and played his style of football. And so you're happy with that. Again, when you go back and watch, there's reads you got to clean up, obviously. There's things that he could have done better. But at the end of the day, he gave us a chance to win, and he gave those guys a chance to make plays, and he got great players around him, and they made plays. So, you're happy about that. But, again, it doesn't matter who it is. You're always seeing where you can improve and cleaning things up. And he's going to have to go play well this week to give us a chance to win, but we expect him to do that.
I know you guys preach competition a lot, especially through fall camp with the quarterbacks. Heading into this week, is the message to Matt that he does have a chance to prove that he could be the starting quarterback going forward, or do you proceed thinking that when Keaton comes back, he will be the starter?
I said, Matt, go compete and win a game. You know what I mean? That's we're focused on this week, and obviously I think Keaton's a special player. Matt's done a heck of a job, but he's got to focus on winning the game this week for us, and that's our focus. And, this is a big game for us. Obviously, each game's a big game for you. After this, you're going into a bye week, and hopefully you can get healthy everywhere, or a lot healthier everywhere. You can figure out from there, but we need him to go play well, and like I said, I expect him to do that.
What does the offensive line have to do better?
I think up front, if you look at a lot of the negative runs last week, it was just miscommunication. And so communication is obviously something we preach to them all the time. Going on the road, communication is even bigger, probably a bigger deal because you're going to be in a loud environment. So communication is vital. I think if we communicate better the other night, they would have the run game would have been a little bit better. I thought they protected really well the other night. But at the end of the day, we got the ball back with, 4 minutes left, and they did a heck of a job. And if they can play with that mentality the entire game, you got something special. And so that's the message. Just go out there, know that teams are going to try to make us run at times, especially with the monsters we have outside or and a receiver. There's going to be days where they're going to try to force you to run the football, and if they do, you got to have the same mentality we had in that 4-minute drill that we're going to cram it. We're going to move the football if that's what you're going to do. Like I said, I think that's a good unit. They did a nice job, down the stretch right there to win the game for us. And again, we just have to have that mentality for the whole game.
What have you seen Michael Pittman do especially well these last couple weeks, and especially this past Friday?
Pitt's he's good. You know, he's big, he's strong, he's physical. He catches the ball well, he runs fast. That's what you look for in a receiver. So, I mean, he does it all well. There's not, you know, I don't think he's done anything different. Well, really, game one, I think if you go watch, and it shocked me because he's a senior, but he kind of, when the lights came on, he got in detail with some of the stuff that he hadn't seen all spring. Since then, I think he's been much more detailed in his route running. He's been exactly where he's supposed to be. And when he does that, like I said, all the physical attributes are there, and he has nights like he had the other night. I mean, that was a heck of a performance by him. There's times where, like I said, it may not have been the best decision, other than the fact that it was Pittman. You know, I mean, if you're throwing it up, if it's at North Texas last year, I would have said it was a terrible decision. But because we got Michael Pittman out there, it's like, good throw play, I guess. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, he makes you right even when you're not right sometimes. And so we're fortunate to have him, and we're fortunate to have a slew of guys that can do that for us. You know, I think Almonroe can do it. Pittman can do it. TV can do it, and then we got guys behind them as well. You know, Drake and Manir and those guys. We're deep at that position, and that obviously helps the quarterback have success. But Pittman, he's a competitor. He has the right mindset. He has a great skill set, and when he's focused and playing detailed, he's a tough guy to cover no matter how many guys you put out there around him.
You ran, I think, 54 plays, and are you surprised that you're not running more plays than that, or is that the long ball?
I was surprised, honestly, coming in the next day, I had no idea we only ran 54 plays. Then I saw the thing that said we only ran 54 plays, and yeah, it surprised me. But you know, if you look at the stats, I mean, if you look at the drive summaries, we just didn't have any long drives. You know, I think a lot of that has to do with, you know, Pittman scoring from 80 instead of having to march down the field. And if he'll score from 80, then I'll take 54 plays every time. You know, but like I said, I think some of it had to do with the explosives that we had. And other ones, it seems like we were very explosive and went 3 and out. You know, we have to obviously improve on that and not go 3 and out. But the explosive part you'll take, and obviously our goal is to get more than that. We'd like to run more plays than that. But just to have as much success we had on that defense, because that was a really, really good defense. They did a lot of good things, and they're tough to move the football on. So to only have 54 plays and have the success we had, I think it speaks volumes to the players that we had and the plays they made. And so proud of the guys, proud of the way they made plays. We got to reset and do it again this week.
How do you feel about the tempo you guys are running at right now?
What's that?
How do you feel about the tempo that you guys
I think our tempo is good. I just think, like you said, the number of plays, I think teams are doing a nice job holding the ball at times. You know, like if you look at Utah, their time, I mean, they were probably preaching time of possession over there. You know, I mean, we weren't preaching time of possession, obviously. So, you know, I think that when we get the ball, we're best when we play fast. I think we're doing a pretty good job of playing fast, because that eliminates thinking. It eliminates thinking, did I mess up last play? Did I have a great play last play? No. All I can focus on is the next play if you're playing fast. And so that's why I think it gives us the best chance to I think that's when we're at our best. But again, I think the other team at times knows that and kind of tries to slow the game down. Especially, I mean, I think that's Utah's mentality regardless of who they're playing. You know what I mean? But so I think that, you know, at times that contributes to the play count as well. Is other teams trying to slow it down, keep the ball away from you. But I think the tempo when we're out there is pretty good right now, and we're playing fast, and we're at our best when we do play fast.
Thank you.
Yep.